Hello everyone, welcome to another video and Merry Christmas. Today we are featuring a team in Open Ultra League with Armor Mewtwo, Giratina and Dragon Breath Blastburn Double Legacy Charizard. Dragon Breath Charizard is an absolute monster in Open Ultra League. So let's get into the battles. So first matchup we have Armor Mewtwo with Poliwrath, which is a part fighting type, so it's an extremely good matchup. Armor Mewtwo, I'm running Side Strike and Dynamic Punch. My opponent safe swap into Melmetal, which is really good for me because now my Charizard in the back get to avoid that. I stayed in a little bit because Armor Mewtwo is incredibly tanky. I can tank a lot of Rock Slide. I want to make sure I chip away a little bit before I swap into my Giratina to farm all the way down. The mentality behind this team building is Charizard has Dragon Breath Charizard beats everything with shields. You have to find a way to draw out the Melmetal and the Swampert. Once those two are out of the way, Charizard has extremely good matchup if you have shield. I know that Poliwrath's comeback, Ice Punch is super effective, but it doesn't do that much damage. My opponent did a really good swap into Obstagoon, and Obstagoon has a lot of issue with his team being very spammy, very tanky, and has dark move that is super effective to Armor Mewtwo and Giratina. But because I have 2 shield and they have 0 shield, they are in Blastburn range already. So as long as I get rid of the Melmetal and Swampert and have shield for Charizard, I know that I can clean that pretty nicely. Back to commentary a little bit. I sped up the game a little bit faster for me to keep up because as we know that Open Ultra matches are really long, so I want to make sure the video is at a proper speed so you don't have to watch 40 minutes of battles. So we are at the Giratina mirror match and they are not swapping out, which tells me they don't have a Charmer in the back, which is really good for me. We actually end up simultaneously fainted, which is perfect for me as well. I got very lucky that they came in with Swampert on my Mewtwo. Swampert outpaces Mewtwo, but like Hydro Cannon does like less than 30%. And this Side Strike will do about 40 to 50% on a Swampert. And because they didn't shield that one, I know that I can actually just Dragon Breath down. And Earthquake even doesn't kill a Shadow Mewtwo. And they came in with a loaded muck, so I'm just gonna dump this Dynamic Punch and go into my Charizard. Like Charizard with shield advantage Open Ultra really beats everything. I'm just not joking, it beats everything with shield advantage. Right, Mewtwo with Melmetal, extremely good lead. Not because of this matchup, mostly because I know that my Charizard get to avoid that. I can tank this Rock Slide, I'm gonna build up a little bit energy. My opponent did a really good swap, catching the Dynamic Punch on Giratina, but this is where Dragon Breath Charizard comes to shine. So I'm gonna win this matchup no matter what, but my plan really is I need to come out of this matchup with a Blastburn to threaten the Melmetal. So I believe I don't shoot this one and I need to Dragon Breath all the way down. And I'm almost at a Blastburn. And I throw right away. This will get a shield. And now I'm in a shield advantage. I can easily, I think it coming with Giratina actually to soak the energy because it tank Rock Slide a little bit better than Mewtwo. And they have a lot of energy on the Melmetal. and I constantly overcharge a little bit in case they swap into Obstagoon or a Snorlax. There's a little bit weird lag going on, and I know that they are so low that I can actually confusion down. I just want to have 2 shield for whatever's in the back, and they actually have a Swampert in the back, which is a little bit troublesome. But because we have 2 shield and Swampert's Marshall really doesn't do that much, I just need to dump this side strike, and that will put it really low, and I know the confusion's going to chunk away as well and have a lot of energy on Giratina. So I just know I'm not going to shield this one. And coming with Giratina with a lot of help, with a lot of energy, should clean it up quite nicely. Actually, the team combo from my opponent is pretty bad for my team because they have Swampert and Melmetal. But the safe swap into Giratina didn't really work in their favor. There's a little bit interesting lag going on. Next match is Masaki Mino. Alright, Empoleon technically is a really good matchup for Mewtwo because of dynamic punch. But as you can see, Waterfall actually does really a lot of damage to Armor Mewtwo, and this dynamic punch doesn't KO, so it's a little bit troublesome. My opponent set this to shield anyway. I want to shield this one because I know, because Waterfall is not really fast, I know that I can get to another dynamic punch. I'm perfectly fine going down from here because most Empoleon in Open Ultra runs Hydro Cannon and Drill Pack. So if they don't run Blizzard, this is just a lot of energy for Giratina to farm. And they switch into Togekiss, which is Dragon Breath Charizard does a little bit worse with Charmers than Fire Spin, but this Blast Burn still is going to chunk. And I know that I'm going to shield this Asian Power because Empoleon is pretty low, and I almost have a Dragon Claw. And I'm fine just going down from here as well. And my opponent actually Drill Packed me, which allows me to get to a Dragon Claw. So we have to see what the last Pokemon. It's actually a Giratina, but I have a lot of energy on my Giratina as well. No, oh, it's actually Dragonite. Yeah, so 3 Dragon Claw is going to kill for sure. And their only win condition was just to farm me down, I guess, but that's just not gonna happen. So that's a pretty good game. So Articuno, a very, very common threat in the Open Ultra. They get to the SC win before I get to my first Side Strike no matter what, so I'm not even trying to aim for it. But Side Strike still does quite a bit along with Confusion, so I always come out of this matchup with a shield advantage. Ice Wind doesn't really do that much. I get to another Side Strike, and this will put it really low, and they will shield this one, I think, or they don't. That actually allows me to Confusion down, which is amazing. And Side Strike after 2 Ice Wind doesn't do that much, but it's important to have to switch so my Charizard can avoid the potential Melmetal or a Swampert in the back. That is, I will keep repeating this throughout this video. The way for this team to work is always find a way to have shield advantage and have Charizard away from Melmetal and Swampert. I know I can tank another Dragon Claw from here, and I think Okay, I see a steel type, so I don't know what that is. It's a Melmetal. So now we have Giratina on Melmetal, which is a much better matchup. We are a little bit behind on energy, but Giratina is very thick. And the Shadow Sneaks are going to like just chip away. I think the key here is try to make sure that you don't get sacked. I decided to bait with Dragon Claw and I got a shield, which is amazing. I know I survived another rock slide, but I shielded anyway because my Charizard is really low. So I was prepared because I know that once I shield, they're gonna swap in. And I sack my Charizard on the move, and we have a little bit extra farm from the opposing Giratina, and this is just GG. Oh wait, Dragon Breath. This is the first time I use my Elite TM or something, and Dragon Breath Charizard with Blast Burn is just fantastic. Obstagoon, pretty bad lead because we have to stay in, but this matchup Mewtwo actually wins in one shield. Only because the Mewtwo is so incredibly bulky. I will survive easily 2 Night Slash, even though they are super effective. And Dynamic Punch will do about like 80% of Obstagoon. So we get another one. This will get a shield, or they just go down. And they have another Night Slash user. I'm just like, oh man. Night Slash, if they don't get a boost, I handle it pretty nicely, but when they get the boost, my opponent made a mistake. They actually swap out right away. They saw I have a Charizard and they're really afraid that it might be a Fire Spin. So they switch right away. If they notice I have Dragon Breath, they should stay in to spam this Night Slash. But because it's swapped already, Machamp is gonna get walled by Giratina. And Scizor is pretty glassy, and it really can't do much with a Giratina and a full health Charizard in the back. I just see that because they resist Dragon Breath, my fast move aren't doing that much. I cannot shoot the first one because I need to be prepared to get another boost. I'm just gonna spam this Dragon Claw because Scizor is very, very glassy. I just did not shoot that one as well. Not want to flex just in case that they have a lot of energy and they have 2 Night Slash and the second one get a boost will be even worse. So Mewtwo with Alola Mach. Another bad lead I can't really swap out. But Dark Pulse doesn't do that much because Armor Mewtwo is just so incredibly tanky. And this Dynamic Punches are gonna be neutral, and it does quite not as much, like 30%. But my plan is just to come in with Charizard and just farm all the way down with a lot of energy for whatever's in the back. I think I shield here because Charizard is still pretty glassy. I don't want to take too much health from the farm. But we have a lot of energy now, and they came in with Mew that make me believe that they have Wild Charge. I try to catch a Wild Charge on the Giratina, but my opponent did a really good swap onto the Poliwrath, which is actually fine. Fine for me. Ice Punch doesn't do that much. It would take them about 4 Ice Punch to KO me, because Giratina is just very, very thick. And Poliwrath is decently bulky, but it's not as bulky as Giratina. And the fast move doesn't do anything, and Shadow Claw start to add up after a while. I try to get an energy start by switching into Charizard, and we manage to throw this Dragon Claw before they do. So at the moment, I'm just not going to show this one. Oh, I actually show this one. Okay, it is a Rock Slide. But my opponent didn't manage the energy on the Mew very nicely. They fainted with another charge move. Okay, Caesar Lee on this one is also pretty bad. This nice slash users, they're fine to deal with when they don't get a boost. When they get a boost, it's just a nightmare. I quickly switch into Giratina, trying to soak the energy, because Night Slash is super effective, but it doesn't do that much with Giratina. And I want to farm all the way down with this one. And they're staying in, which for me, I think my opponent made a mistake. And we draw the Swampert, which is even better for the Charizard in the back. I know they're gonna go straight Earthquake me, and I'm not gonna show that one as well. But this Dragon Claw spam still chunks, and I have enough health for another Dragon Claw. And my opponent actually baited with Hydro Cannon, which is also a mistake, because now they have 2 shield, but they're almost down to the last Pokemon, and the Swampert is held so low. I think they come in with Mewtwo just to soak the energy. And they have a Mewtwo as well, so for me, I need to stay in to see what charge move they have, because Mewtwo does have access to Rock Slide, which is pretty bad for me. And I think at the moment I have to call a bait. I show this one in case it's a Rock Slide. And because it's not, so I know they don't have Rock Slide, and I know they're going to set the Swampert, and now I have a lot of energy, and I know that Side Strike doesn't KO, and I will pace Mewtwo to the next one. So that is a good game. With double Flying Fire, it's a pretty common line. I ran into that line a couple times. Okay, my opponent is staying in with Poliwrath, which I don't really know why. And they come in with Registeel, which is just one of the best things to see for Charizard. Focus Blast does about 40%, and I know that I want them to dump energy before I throw in any energy. And I have a Blast Bomb ready. And I believe because I don't want to be in the range that they can just farm me down. I let this one go down because my Mewtwo has such a good meta with Poliwrath anyway. And they have a Cresselia in the back. Cresselia with Giratina. Giratina doesn't have the best matchup, but Shadow Claw still chunks. And Shadow Sneak chips away as well. I also know that I don't need any shield in the back with the Mewtwo Poliwrath matchup, so I'm just gonna chip away as much as I can. And the Grass Knob, at this point, they can bait me and they cannot. I don't really care that much. And I was very mindful of the potential swap out. So Poliwrath with the energy on Mewtwo, I know I can just farm all the way down with Confusion. And okay, I actually didn't. And I was saying before that nothing from Cresselia KOs a Mewtwo from this range, and a Side Strike will KO from here, and that's just a GG. Oh, Charizard with Dragon Breath, it's just such a monster. Sota Yuki. Alright, Giratina is one of the worst matchup. I go into mirror right away, and they are not swapping out, which tells me that they don't have a fighter in the back, they don't have a Lapras in the back, they don't have a Charizard in the back. I don't know what's in the back, but I'm fine staying in on this one. If I get it low enough, I can come in with Charizard and farm and get a lot of energy as well. If they swap out, even better. I wanna see what they have in the back. This Giratina has a lot of energy. I think, yeah, I come in with Charizard to get a start energy. I do have a shield advantage, which is really nice for Charizard, and there's a Swampert. So Cresselia with Mewtwo, not the worst matchup, but I know that the key for my winning here is to lose this matchup and farm down Cresselia with Charizard and have like a million Dragon Claws in the back for Swampert. The reason I want to run Charizard with Dragon Breath in this league is mostly because of the Swampert matchup. With Swampert matchup, your fast move does so much more. I caught the move on Cresselia, which is so huge. I know that I just have to keep pressuring with fast move and Dragon Claw. I do have 2 shield. Even though Swampert outpaces me, but I have an energy lead in the beginning, and this Dragon Claw and Dragon Breath together really chunks away. And I know that my Mewtwo has to move on as well, and I wasn't trying to sack the Mewtwo, but I want to make sure they dump the energy on Mewtwo, so I can farm down Swampert completely, have a Blast Burn for Cresselia, and that's the mentality. And this Blast Burn kills just in time, and Dragon Breath kills the Swampert in the end. Okay, Typhlosion, very horrible, but they're running Shadow Claw, which is even worse. I know I can tank Blast Burn because Mewtwo is a monster. And I do know that they normally tend to shield Typhlosion because they just want to have more energy on Typhlosion. I actually made a mistake switching into my Giratina. But it kind of works out anyway because this is a Snarl Granbull, so I know it's faster. But Granbull is pretty glassy, and Shadow Claw and Shadow Sneak really chunks away. And I think I let this one go. And I let Mewtwo go as well. At this point, I was very convinced that my only win condition was to double shield Charizard, because I noticed that I could be the Typhlosion double Charmer team, which means that there's a kiss in the back. And if there's a kiss in the back, I want to make sure I have as much health and energy on Charizard as well. I know I can survive a Blast Burn, but I should anyway. And there is a kiss in the back. One Blast Burn doesn't KO. I need the Blast Burn and the Dragon Claw. And I don't think I can farm down because Dragon Breath is resisted. But we end up taking that one because we double shield the Charizard and we sack the Pokemon that have no use in the matchup, basically. Okay, Surfetch is pretty rare to see open Ultra, but it does have access to Night Slash, and they come in with Typhlosion again, and this time we come with Charizard. I want to shield the Blast Burn because it just does so much no matter what. I know that I can get to this Dragon Claw. I will match shield from here, I think. No, I actually don't shield this one. Because I know, oh no, okay, I shielded this one. Because I really want to have the switch. I want my Mewtwo lined up with Surfetch. And Surfetch is very, very classy, and Night Slash doesn't KO. And this Dragon Claw is gonna do a chunk of its health if it doesn't shield. And I end up shooting that one, which for me was a mistake. Because Mewtwo really, like, Night Slash doesn't do that much to armor Mewtwo. And they have Ready Steel in the back, so I know that I want to chunk away with Dynamic Punch first. Then coming with Giratina just to have a lot of energy coming out of this matchup. It will take 3 Flash Cannon for Ready Steel to take down Giratina. And the Shadow Sneaks and Shadow Claws really add up. There's still a little bit health and energy on Surfetch, so I need to be aware of that as well. But there's like nothing they can do in the end, because Surfetch it's a fighting type, and Mewtwo just Confusion just demolished any fighting type you can see. And my opponent decided to surrender on that one. Not quite at Moonblast yet, and that was the only losing condition. Oh, another reason I like to run Mewtwo as a lead is it has a better matchup with Charmer as well. My opponent did a really good swap on the Cresselia, and I come in with Giratina so I can avoid the Charmer in the back. And I have Charizard in the back with Clefable as well. I'm gonna tank this one because Charmer is gonna come back anyway. And I think this might be a mistake because there's no way to shoot this one, right? And I actually didn't shoot this one because I want to come back with Mewtwo. Because whenever I see a Charmer, I just assume there's double Charmer in the back. So I want to have as much energy as I can. And I know that I can get to another side strike. And this should get the last shield, I hope. I'm just gonna double shield Charizard and just cleaned up. And let this one go through as a Moonblast. It's resistant. It still did so much damage, but I need to have 2 shield for Charizard no matter what. Sorry. And there's a Swampert in the back. Look at that. 1 Dragon Claw. I have more than 1. I have almost 2. And this is another one. I was very mentally prepared for the Cresselia, so now we have another Dragon Claw ready, and we have 2 shield. This is the kind of thing that a Fire Spin Charizard cannot do, but because of the Dragon Breath damage, I'm able to beat Swampert in the end with shield advantage. Dragon Breath Charizard is such a monster. I have no words for how well it performs in this situation. Shadow Swampert in the lead, very good matchup for me because my Charizard got to avoid it. And Confusion does a lot more now that it's Shadow. And I can still tank 2 Hydro Cannon. I can still tank the Earthquake, so I'm not shielding anything. Earthquake does like 50%. How come like Armor Mewtwo is so bulky? Sometimes I don't understand it. That is a Shadow Swampert. Earthquake does only 50%. That's insane. And we have Cresselia on the Charizard. I'm not gonna shoot anything because I know that Swampert has energy. It's gonna come back anyway. I'm just gonna go straight Blast Burn. I believe I tried to Dragon Breath down so I can have a move on this Swampert, because I know I'm going to get the shield because they have a lot of energy. I'm just going to let the swing go down. We got rid of the Cresselia anyway. And I'm coming with Mewtwo because I want them to dump the energy, which they did. And we had Giratina in the back with Registeel with even shield. Registeel actually has a better matchup with Giratina, but it's a pretty neutral matchup. And I do have a little energy lead because I farmed down the Swampert with Shadow Claw. No, I didn't farm down, but I get like one more Shadow Claw on the Swampert. I know I can survive, and yeah, my opponent did try to sack the Swampert, which allows me to get more energy, which cost them the game. I think if they just stay in, they should be able to get a 2 flash cannon before they are taken out. So that was probably their mistake on their part. The thing with Registeel is because the fast move doesn't do that much, so I'm not really afraid of it. With the interesting name, alright, as Cavalier, a pretty bad matter for Mewtwo because Mega Horn does quite a bit. I just want to draw out whatever it is. I know that my Charizard in the back has a better matchup with Escavalier, so I just basically sacked my Giratina. It's still not great because Grambo has a move on. Grambo has a crunch already, and Mewtwo's just gonna tank this like a okay. I actually shoot at that one because I want to make sure I have more health for the as Cavalier. I tried to catch a move on Charizard, but my opponent was really smart and they held onto their energy. Gyarados is pretty bad for this team. I can't really shield. I look confused, just gonna take it out. I think at this point my only win condition is... I don't even think there's a win condition. Yeah, there's no way I win this one. Rapid Tuna. Right, Obstagoon. Again, actually pretty good matchup if they don't get a boost. If they get a boost, I have to change all my strategy. And they actually switch into Cresselia, which is really good for me as well. In hindsight, it would be better if I go into Giratina, so so I can avoid the Obstagoon. But I know I can win the switch back. I need to be cautious for the future side, but they only have Moonblast. I'm just gonna go straight Blast Burn. There's no need for baiting. They want to get switch on this one, and mine as well. And that just switched into Swampert, which is pretty bad. And I come in with Giratina just to avoid the Obstagoon. And I still have decent matchup in the back with Mewtwo and Charizard. This Earthquake is going to hurt. But if I get it really low, I can come in with either Mewtwo or Charizard to farm more energy. And Obstagoon come back. So I'm just praying, please don't get a boost. Nice Slash doesn't KO, and they got a boost, and that is so bad. So I need to make sure I find a way to chip away or get the last shield. I quickly swap into Charizard, try to fake a Blast Burn. That didn't work. I want to come in with Giratina to make them dump the energy. That didn't work as well. And Mewtwo, I just have to bait with Side Strike because I need any energy lead I can. And I think I survived a boosted. I survived a boosted Nice Slash, which is unbelievable. But their Cresselia is too thick in the back. There's nothing I can do. So very bad if my opponent gets a boost of the Nice Slash user, and that's the biggest threat for this team. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and Holiday Cup is coming soon, so I'm gonna have another video on that as well. I wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, have good battles, and I will see you in the next one.